What is up, everybody? This is Joshua Alvarez of Alvarez Gaming Films, and before we get into this video, first up, I gotta, there's going to be also a content warning at the beginning of this video. This series that I'm going to be starting is not safe for all audiences, so just letting you guys know, this is a very mature, very serious horror experience that is not meant for all audiences, so this is their warning. So if you want to experience this series, just remember, this is a very adult series. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. And this is Slay the Princess. This is an interesting game that caught my attention. Oh, there's the sounds. I was wondering where the sounds were at. I didn't have my audio turned on my preferences. But this is a game that is it's a point-and-click adventure game. That's a horror game, and it's kind of got a choose-your-own style path thingy. And I love games like that, especially games that tell a very in-depth story. And from the looks and style of this game, I've seen videos pop up on my recommended feed for this game, but I never watched them. But I've seen thumbnails and pictures and stuff about this game, but I've never played it myself. So I want to play it myself now, and we're going to get started with new game. So, Chapter 1, The Hero the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, so we got our first choices here. Always wanted to off them. Well, I guess if I'm going to explore, if I'm going to be wow, I didn't expect to choice this early in the game. Okay, you know what, now I know that this is gonna have multiple paths, multiple endings and stuff. I'm pretty sure that's what this game is about. So, let's just see how this goes. So I'm gonna do this first playthrough from my perspective as the player. So let's see. So, the end of the world. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
I don't like how narcissistic this guy is, not gonna lie. If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not killing her.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out. Which she will, unless you do something about it.
Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
This guy is so narcissistic, I hate it.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end.
You have not
there
given
is no
me...
changing that.
You have not given me specific evidence here,
It's no
sir.
use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Well, fuck you! The egg is hatched. You're still not explaining to me how the world is gonna fucking end, or why the world is gonna fucking end. You're just telling me to kill this princess that's locked on the bottom of a cabin. What if this is morally injustice? This is morally unjust.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Who the fuck are you to tell me to do my job? Fuck you, I just got off my job. My actual job, anyway. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses
Jesus.
contribute something of value to society.
Alright, you know what, I'm just gonna continue, because we're getting nowhere here.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I don't believe a word you say right now.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Got the actual character talking.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
He's the guy that's supposed to be me, isn't it? Huh. This is already really cool. I like it.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
What happens if I don't? You know what? I'm gonna go in without the blade. Let's just go and talk to her. Let's see what happens. Let's just go and talk to
The
her.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Well, I can't say I'm here to save you because I don't know I don't know if she needs to be saved. Well, probably, but and I don't want her to think I'm here to kill her at the moment because I'm probably going to do that down another path. Of course I am. So I'm just going to continue down.
You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
How is there light? How is there a no, I'm not going to question it.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
She is kind of pretty.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Is there really?
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk first. Yeah, let's talk first.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest here. I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. Oh. Okay, it's just you didn't say. But I wanted to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Sooner or later, you'll learn to trust me. Hopefully it won't be too late when you finally come around.
I mean, she's not trying to kill me at the moment, so...
Thank you for believing me. Now, can you help me get out of here?
I still have a few more questions before we leave.
There's going to be plenty of time to chat after I'm free, but okay. What do you want to know?
I'm just exploring the options here. Let's go ahead and say, does she have her name? Let's ask her name. What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
That's kind of funny. Princess. Alright, I'm gonna pick this one here. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Alright, I'm gonna do this one. Okay, I'm going to get you out of here. Don't make me regret this.
You're only making this more difficult.
Shut the fuck up.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake.
You know, you're being an asshole.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, that's right. Doing the right thing, voice of the hero.
Walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
Fair enough.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Oh, shit.
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh, shit.
Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
You son of a bitch, you locked me in here.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do?
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I see this as a win, sir. Even if I died down here, at least I won't be alone.
They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates.
Oh,
before
yep,
raising
here we
her
go. This
arms
is where the
out,
horror stuff
her
starts,
teeth
I guess.
tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Oh, oh, jeez. Oh. Yep, here we go. They said this is a horror game, so I guess this is where the horror comes in.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her.
Yes.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine.
Yes.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Oof.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape
So
into the world.
he locked the door. The narrator locked the door on me. That
As
son
the
of a
princess
bitch.
approaches
Oh,
the bottom
shit.
stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Oh, he's making me do
Watch
it.
me.
What are you doing?
Warn her. Oh, there is a hidden. Good thing I scrolled down. There's a hidden one here.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Yeah, he's making me do this.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm
No,
trying
fuck you.
to get you out of here alive.
Screw you. No. Resist. Yes,
The blade.
resist.
Move the blade.
No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands.
I'm pissing off the
What
narrator.
are you?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges
Oh,
it
shit.
into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again. You feel
this narrator.
every inch of burning pain that slices its
Damn, this
into your
dude literally is just out to get me now. Now the narrator just hates me, so now he's just getting rid of me. God damn.
I'm sorry.
So he's making her do it for him. God
She doesn't
damn.
know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Damn, I see why people like this game. This is immersive. I love it.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, that's the end of the... Oh! So dying just puts you in another chapter. Okay,
You're on a
chapter 2, the
path
Damsel.
in the woods.
Okay.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a
I see what this is
princess.
like now. This is like the Stanley Parable. I see it now. Okay.
You're here to slay her.
I played the Stanley Parable
If you
before.
don't,
Great game. Really
it
great
will
game.
be
I haven't
the
played the
end of
DLC
the
yet.
world.
Maybe I will at some point. But this is cool. I like this. This game is great. I've not had this much immersion in a game in a long time. This is great. You don't... yeah. Wait, hasn't this happened already?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it.
Oh, fuck
met
you!
for the first
He had his
time,
memory
you and
wiped or
I.
something.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
I'll listen to the voice of the
Yes, he
hero.
didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Voice of the smitten. Okay.
Our beloved?
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all
four of us?
assassination attempts you've got in the works.
The four of us we shall smite you.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
That's true. That is 100% true in my book. This voice of the smitten guy's got some brain cells on him. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
You were the one who did us in, villain.
Yep.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price.
I beg to differ.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
Oh, you talking to me now as the player? Is that what you're telling? You motherfucker! This game is great. I love this game already. He's referring to me, like actual me. This game is great.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Good question.
If it's the latter, What do you think happened after you died?
The world reset, I
Do you
guess?
think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Let's just get a move on. God damn.
A warning before you go any further.
I keep focusing on like that first beginning conversation. I
She
gotta
will
stop
lie,
doing that.
She will cheat.
We heard
We
this
already
before.
told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do. But I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task
It's just
ahead.
the hero dude is just fucking going at himself with the two angel and devil thing on his shoulder. Except there's no devil, it's just an
interior
angel.
of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Am I seeing this right, or did this game already amazing? The entire cabin changed.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Oh, this whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
This narrator dude, I swear. I hate him. He didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
He doesn't see the mirror.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how
He does
ridiculous
not
you look
see
right
this
now.
mirror at all.
But it was there a second ago.
Oh wait, it's gone now.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know.
Feather.
Can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Am I like an Arakoa dude, like one of those bird people from World of Warcraft? All right, let's go. I'm still not taking that blade. I still don't trust him.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls.
This is very
The
different.
basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Voice is a lot softer than before.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
You and me both, man.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this.
I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. I'm with the other guy. I don't know what to
Yes,
say.
for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember, that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs
Oh,
and lock
shit!
eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
She
binding
got a
her to
prettier
the far
dress
wall.
on now.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
She looking way prettier than
You know
before.
she can't
Goddamn.
hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero.
Oh,
I was
she
so
called
worried
me-
you wouldn't come back.
She called me dashing.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Because as a man, I appreciate flattery whenever it comes, because it barely ever does.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. That's what I've been saying.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
Yeah, you did.
Well, she killed us.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Again, narrator, I'm with this guy, or, well, whichever the other guy is, but yeah. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Damn.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession. The princess's eyes quiver as she waits for your response.
I didn't end the world? I didn't end the world.
She's clearly just saying what she thinks you want to hear.
Or she's innocent. How could a beauty like her be capable of ending the world? It's not rational.
Alright, let's... here we go. I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version
That is
of
true.
me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Oh,
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
That's because she's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
bullshit.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? I already said that it was the narrator that forced me.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Oh yeah, let's try it.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Didn't bring the blade. You know what?
No.
Let's just go for it.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon.
Oops. I didn't hear what he said. Probably something about, oh, you'll make me you'll make her, or make me kill her again.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Okay, okay, now that's where I draw the line.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Oh, that's sweet! Fuck you!
If only you had a weapon. One slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Oh, shut up!
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Yes!
What do we do now?
We leave and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand,
Oh!
the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
Dude, I fucking hate you.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I mean, kinda do, but alright.
I like to think that you do, actually.
Yeah, I will agree with that notion.
Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
Well, you just keep your crying to yourself. See how this
You and
ends.
the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Bro, what the fuck?
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move.
Uh-huh.
Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no, did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I like how the hero guy just is like, yep, well, I'm just letting this happen at this point. I think I've got this.
Okay, yeah, you've got this.
You place your hand on the door, and the lock clicks. The door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I have some amounts of power that you don't, narrator. The power of love. This is great.
Ha! I knew it. Your words are no match for the pure strength of our hearts, bound together.
I'm still wondering how this is gonna turn horrible.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade.
Oh. The blade. Oh, the blade, that's right, you still have a chance to do the right thing.
You're
Yeah.
enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Bruh, you were fucking talking shit at the beginning of this whole game, so I'm just gonna say fuck you and I hate you too.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Romantic haze. Your love will set you free. I just earned an achievement.
A happy ending at last.
Oh, what's that noise?
We did it. What should we do now?
The edges of the screen are going dark.
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into
Yep, it's gonna go bad now.
eyes.
Shit.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
No! Oh. What the fuck? But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror?
It's the mirror.
Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator is gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
A villain vanquished.
I think I'm supposed to look at the... Yeah, I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it.
I don't think you should. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt.
I don't know where she went. I think this is me actually talking to the character now, not gonna lie. This is so immersive. This is great. This is so cool. I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing.
I can't believe she was taken away from us.
The nerve.
Nothing left but to approach
I'm
the
begging
mirror.
you, don't do this.
We have to. Ignore him. Yeah, it's me talking to the character now. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. The body, it's you. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. But there's no cabin. Oh. You are at the cabin? What is that? Is that the princess? Oh!
Something finds me in the long quiet. And
What's
brings
with all
me
the arms?
of a fragile vessel.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Fair enough. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
This game really speaks to me, I'm not gonna lie. The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Destroy your body, attack. Jeez. So wait a minute, I'm formulating a theory here already, and I just started this game. So, the princess that I saved is a piece of whatever this is that I'm looking at. That's what I'm collecting here. Or whoever this is. Because it's clearly like some kind of being. I'm drawing like a kind of like godlike perspective, because like with all the arms everywhere. Because like in traditional like folklore, gods and goddesses are like they aren't particularly described as human-like. They particularly can be described as very abstract and not knowing what they could actually look like. We just assume that they look like people like us. That's what I'm assuming this is. So I'm assuming that this is some kind of like goddess kind of creature that is splintered into different parts. And what just happened, the princess that I just saved, is a part of this goddess. So that's what I'm assuming here. So what happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
So I think she thinks I'm a god too of some kind. I don't know. This has gotten real deep real fast. Aren't you scared that I'll... How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite, The rest will find their own way home.
How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Oh. That was abrupt. Everything goes dark, and you die. Bring the damsel to her, a loving vessel. I just got
You're
that
on a
achievement.
path in the woods, and you're here to slay.
You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or on your controller. Okay, so we're back at the beginning again. Alright, so I'm gonna save. Alright, cool. And I think that's gonna be it for this episode. This has been an hour-long recording because, holy shit, this game, I see why people like this game. This game is so cool. It's so immersive. I actually can't wait to play more of this game. It's so good. And I know I'm not really, it's not like what I'm used to. Like, you're not seeing a whole bunch of action. It's just, like I said, it's just a point and click, like a narrative-driven game. But wow, is it good? I have not seen such a good story in a long time. This is so good. Wow, like this is almost as good as when I first played. This is just about as good as when I first played Baldur's Gate 3. This is so good. I love it. I can't wait to play more of this. If you guys liked it, then subscribe for more content here at Alvarez Gaming Films, and leave a like down below. Yeah. And I'll see you in the next video. I'm definitely going to be playing more of this and doing more of these videos, but wow. Yeah, peace out, guys. Wow. So good. So good.